Hey guys, another day, a few more kits. So let's have a look. This is from Dora Wings. These have just come in, these two. This is the 48 scale Cessna Wright AT9 Jeep. Now, I never thought I'd see a kit of this because it's such a odd little aeroplane, but as it was a very important aircraft pre-World War II and right into World War II. I think it went right through the war. This is an instrument trainer, hack, a pilot trainer, navigation trainer. So it was used for all sorts of different purposes. It was sort of designed as a bit of a more high-end, more warlike aircraft, if you might like to call it, but it was found just too underpowered and things like that, so it was turned into a trainer and things like that. But as a personal transport and things like that, quite a nice little aeroplane. Jeep being the reason behind it was basically it was delivery aircraft and it was light and easy to fly and things like that. So 48 scale, very, very nice. Also in 48 scale, continuing their series of 1930s aircraft, this is the Lockheed Vega 5C. Again, lovely little airplane for that 30s and 40s. I believe there's still a couple of these flying around in real life. So if you're sort of having a look at a couple of colour schemes and things like that, very, very nice. So again, in 48 scale. I'm not 100% sure, but I think one of these was impressed into the RAAF. So if you're sort of looking for a couple of other schemes, there's another scheme for it. But you'd have to do a little bit of research. I'm not 100% on that, so there you go. But again, just a lovely little kit from them. Big news coming from these guys by Christmas, which I'll fill you in with further details later on down the track. But yeah, so that's from them. We also got in from a company called ClearProp. Now, these guys have been going a little while. They announced the 48 scale version of the Sky Shark some little while back, and then they released the 72nd scale one. We've turned up with both of them at the same time. This aeroplane was supposed to be a development for the Sky Raider. They were looking for an aeroplane that wasn't a jet that they could still mount on some of the late war aircraft carriers that couldn't handle jets at the time. So they were playing around with doing this. They then, the engine wasn't performing properly. They couldn't get it to work properly. And by the time that finally the first prototypes flew, jets had become much more easy to fly. I think even the Skyhawk was just about up and running, which meant they could do that. But then the US Navy also decided to get rid of a lot of those carriers that couldn't take them, and I think they turned a couple of them into helicopter carriers and things like that. But the actual kit itself is very, very nice. This, I'll show you the 48 scale one. So the box is jammed packed. That's the clear parts. You've also got a little bit of resin for the back and everything else. I've read a little bit about a couple of the reviews of this. Just be careful, there's a resin piece in there that you've got to cut away some of it. Be extremely careful, you can easily break it. Gives you two choices of canopy, opened or closed, so you can sort of play around with that. Fuselage. Now the detailing on all this is really, really nice. They've spent a lot of time getting this right. So, as you can see there, all this detail, all the panel lines is really, really nice. They've spent a lot of time getting this right. And I believe the 72nd scale one is along the same line. So, if you're worried about it, there's no need to. Even all the riveting detail there, that's just so well done. And it's, as I said, it's really, really nice. This is an aeroplane, along with a number of others over the years, of these prototype aircraft that I've always wanted to build but never thought we'd see a kit. And now they're starting to really come through. All this work, this is all intakes and exhausts, and that's part of the wing because it was a folding wing aircraft, so you can have the wings folded up or down, so that's pretty cool. There's the underneath, so very Sky Raider-ish in the square panels and everything else, so that's all pretty cool. But I think there was only about 15 or 20% of the Sky Raider was involved in this particular airplane. So it sort of looks like a Sky Raider on steroids, but it wasn't really that sort of much close to it. couple of sets of markings. You can do blue ones or silver ones, the prototype, things like that. So there's good markings, good detail there. And then you've got a very nice instruction book. And as you can see, that's two of the versions. So that one's silver, this one's blue. They only built 15 of them or something or other. And the first one actually crashed in the early stages of it. As you can see, it's a contra-rotating aircraft. So, yeah, it's quite something to have a look at. There's another choice of markings. This is another silver one. This is the second prototype, I think. So, choices of markings is just superb. So, you can get it. And then, of course, you can do your own markings as though it went into fleet service. You could use, I think, a nice big B down the fuselage there would look pretty cool. So, that'd be interesting. But the actual kit itself, you can see there's plenty, there's about 8, 10, 12 sprues. There's your decal sheet. There's even a piece of etched metal, a little bit of resin, as I said. So there you go. But the actual build-up is quite something. And the reviews I've read have been very, 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 very good for it. So again, if you're looking for that prototype aircraft, that US Navy 50s and 60s type of stuff, then, as I said, this is a kit an aeroplane I've been wanting to do for years. So, yeah, looking forward to getting one of these together. All I can say is, looks pretty good. The reviews are good. Can't wait to do another one. So, there you go. Have a great day. Catch you later. Bye.